Hey, friend, thanks for taking time to hang out with me today. I want to chat with you about an issue that is deep in my heart for you as a pastor or church leader. Here's the drill. At the end of the day, the kid being raised in your home, namely your son or your daughter, does not automatically become a Christ follower. Yes, you've given your heart to the Lord, your spouse has given their heart to the Lord, and you want your children to give their heart to the Lord, but they've actually got to do it. And the challenge in a pastor's home is that the kid is so immersed in ministry, and we're glad they're immersed in ministry, but they're so immersed in ministry that they have a difficult time really owning their faith. Both Bruce Wilkenson and Tony Evans, and I'm sure many others, have talked about the 4 generations of faith. I want to just give you a flyover of them today and have you make application of them in your home. The first generation of faith experiences God, experiences Jesus. Maybe you're a first generation Christian in your family and you came to know Jesus and it was real to you. You experienced it. The second generation of faith is a generation that inherits faith. Now, I know from a technical standpoint, no one inherits faith. But what I'm talking about here is the child that's born into a Christian home. There's a sense of an inheritance. A Christ lifestyle is part of the home, and so there's a very good inheritance. But ultimately, they have to take the step of faith to experience it. Ultimately, they have to own it. If they don't, it'll take to go to a third generation, and all of a sudden, faith becomes a convenience. Faith is something I use when I need it. When I have a crisis, I can go to the church. When I want to get married, I can go to the church. When I want to bury parents, I can go to the church. And I'll just use church whenever I need it. That's the sad third generation of faith. So the first is experience, the second is inheritance, the third is convenience, and the very saddest generation of all is when faith becomes a nuisance. Faith is no longer part of my life. It bothers me that it's part of it. Now, why do I go through this with you today as a pastor or a church leader? I'm doing this because your child is of such unbelievable value to you and your spouse and to God that it is our role to help them, lead them to the experience of faith. We celebrate the inheritance, but they ultimately have to experience it. We want that for everyone in the church, and we certainly desire that for the son or the daughter being raised in our home. Pastor, church leader, the kid doesn't automatically get a pass into heaven because he's born into your household or she's born into your household. Their destination is assured when they experience faith. And I want you to know, we're going to pray here to the end that every child in your household experiences faith. When that happens, you will know you have fulfilled your responsibility to bring that child into the world and launch them to make a powerful impact for Jesus. Thanks for taking time to be with me today. Make it a great one, and be blessed.